At Home with Lucas here. So today we're going to talk about Starbucks' Veranda blend. I finally got my hands on some of their whole bean coffee, and I'm super excited to be putting this to the At Home with Lucas test to figure out, is it something that is absolutely amazing, medium, or just something you should skip entirely. It is their lightest roast. And if you know anything about Starbucks, they don't go light. They go dark and they go burnt to a crisp on some of their beans. So this is gonna be a real departure from my normal reviews. I did review this as a K-Cup probably 2 years ago. You could check my channel and find the K-Cup review. But now we're gonna be putting these beans to the test. So in this video, we're doing a hands-on with the bag. Then we're gonna take a closer look at those beans. After that, I'm gonna be putting these bad boys over to the burr grinder and breaking those things down. Perfect for, you got it, the pour over. After that, I'm gonna be doing my favorite part of this whole shebang, the sip test. Yes, people, I absolutely love tasting new coffee. On my way to tasting all the coffees of the world. And of course, if you have a coffee that you want me to review on this channel, definitely comment down below and let me know. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
All right, let's take a closer look at this bad boy. So you got the Starbucks iconic logo right there. This is, of course, 100% whole bean coffee Veranda blend. Veranda, whatever you want to call it, Veranda blend. This is what's interesting. Notes of toasted malt and milk chocolate. Very interesting. I don't really think of light roast as being chocolatey by any means. But this is the blondest of blonde roasts. It is the lightest of lightest that Starbucks has. So I would imagine they roasted this for about 1 second and then dumped the beans out. At least that's what I'm gonna say right off the bat. Beautiful artwork down here. Really like the look of this artwork. This is a 12-ounce bag. Totally got it on sale. Ingredients, whole bean coffee. That is what's up. Let's take a look at these beans. All right, those are way more toasted and way more roasted than I would have expected. Definitely looks a little bit more like a medium roast, at least to my standards. But let's take a closer look at those beans. All right, grabbing these beans out. Yes, you can definitely see there are some light roasts, but I think for other companies, this would be a medium to, I don't even know, maybe even a dark roast. Definitely a medium roast for sure. So, you know, Starbucks, they go burnt or they go with this. So this is very interesting to see this. I don't look at a lot of Starbucks light roast beans. I usually look at the medium roast to dark roast. So this is really informative of how they roast their beans and what they consider a light roast and a dark roast. Yeah, and there's definitely some oil on there, way less oil than normal Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee looks like it's been dipped in oil. If you have a dark roast, French roast, it is oily as can be. But nonetheless, I am very excited to get into this sip test, people. I'm very excited to break these beans down and get this process going. Let's get to the burr grinder. Here we go. We got 4 1/8 scoops coming for this bad boy. All right, there's uno, and we got some dos. We got tres and cuatro. Boom, ski people. All right, let's go ahead and load up the water. So I got reverse osmosis right here. So if you don't know about that, you can Google it. Coffee bean challenge. So I have 1 coffee bean right here. I'm gonna chomp this down. This is something I'm gonna do for every single coffee review from now on, just for you guys. All right, let's crunch this. Wow. That is very powerful. That is extremely powerful, and I'm finding it hard to talk. Like, it is literally sucking all the moisture out of my mouth. Whoa! I feel like I need water. My nose is starting to itch. Wow, that is intense. But it does have oddly a Starbucks taste to it. It's so strange. It really has this authentic Starbucks taste. Wow. My nose is itching like crazy. Woo! It breaks. Coffee beans break down a lot easier than you would think. You would think they would be this hard rock that you're having to break and break and break and break. No, they crush almost immediately. Wow, that is intense. Definitely doesn't taste like a light roast.
All right, let's get into this sip test, people. Ooh, that does smell a little bit sweet. That's very interesting. It has definitely this aroma to it that's very, very inviting and very light, if I must say, but it's definitely looking a little bit dark in the color. Yeah, that smells quite delectable. Let's get into this sip, people. Okay. Ooh, all right, it's got a little punch to it. It's got a little punch to it. It's not holding back. It's definitely not a light and fluffy sort of sweet all around. I still actually have the taste of the coffee bean. I just chewed that before I poured this into the cup. So I got the coffee bean flowing in the mouth. I don't know if that's advised. I don't know if that's a thing that should be done, but that's what I have done. And maybe it's something I'm gonna keep doing. I don't know. Let's go ahead and give it a second sip. Yeah, it's a little bit harsh. It's really interesting. It's got that like authentic Starbucks sort of like, yeah, you think you're getting away with a weak cup of coffee. No, this one is gonna give you a little kick. And the beans definitely not being a light color, the crema-like appearance on top of the pour over, everything has told me this is not really a light roast. It is Starbucks' light roast, but it's not everyone's light roast. Yeah, that is definitely interesting. It's not my most favored flavor. It's not the most delectable flavor. It's kind of got this like harshness, and then it has this like dull sweetness that just flows out. So it starts off with this minor harshness. It's not even that harsh, but it's minor enough to notice it, and then it gives you this like smooth sort of dull sweetness that just kind of flows throughout the rest of the sip. And then it's got that like sort of earthy, nutty, sort of smoky taste to it that's very common with Starbucks coffee. Not as much burnt. There's definitely not that like standard Starbucks like espresso burnt taste. It definitely is on the milder side. So if you're someone who's new to black coffee, this is definitely the one to give a try first, because it's going to be a lot smoother, a lot easier, and a really nice transition from putting all of the cream and sugar and syrups and whatever you put in your coffee before. Yeah, that's very interesting. It definitely is slightly complex. It's not like a full complex cup of coffee. It's kind of a 1-2 hitter. It kind of hits you with that sort of slightly bitter, and then it flows into this like smooth sweetness. it's not as balanced as I would like. I'm typically one of those people that likes a more well-balanced cup of coffee. I want my coffee to be very understood very quickly. The complex ones work sometimes, but yeah, this one's interesting. The aftertaste, the inhale is slightly smoky, slightly sweet, which is nice, and it pulls you back in. You kind of want to have another sip. But yeah, this is definitely not the top tier 5-star cup of coffee in my book. Yeah, it is very interesting, and I would like to know what myself, how I compared this for the K-Cup, because I did review this on this channel. You can go ahead and find that on this channel. I reviewed the Veranda Blend K-Cup, and I would like to know, I think I gave that a high star rating. I think I did, but I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I sipped that, so I would wonder how this pour over compared to that one. One of you guys can watch the 2 videos and then comment down below and tell me what happened. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 star rating. I'm gonna say that it's a very safe cup of coffee. So if you're looking for that safe cup of coffee, if you're someone who puts in a small amount of sugar and a small amount of cream, then this one's probably the one to go with. If you're someone who wants to pack on a huge amount of syrup and cream and whipped cream and, you know, milk and whatnot, then you might want to skip this and go with something that has more punch to it, because I feel like this is going to get lost in the added stuff. But if you put in a little bit of stuff, this probably would work just fine. Yeah, I could definitely see this being consumed with some sweet breakfast food. It has this sort of elegant, I would call this an elegant cup of coffee. It really does. It has an elegant taste to it that would lend itself to something quite sweet, like a pastry of some sort. Definitely has that like balance to it. So if you're going super sweet, then maybe sweet with some nuts in that breakfast food. But yeah, this is a very safe cup of coffee. If you're new to black coffee, welcome and congratulations on breaking the addiction of adding all that stuff to it. If you're still adding all that stuff to it, then more power to you, because I've been off of adding cream and sugar to my coffee for so long now that when I do have a cup, I'm just like, oh, I don't feel good. Like there's something about it that just doesn't sit well with me, and I just need that true black cup of coffee taste, and it's amazing once you get used to it. It definitely is difficult at first because we're taught that you have to add all that stuff to your coffee. I don't want to be a preacher right now, but I'm just saying if you want to try it, this is the one to start with, or the last coffee I reviewed on this channel. I think I said the same thing. I think it was the last one. So yeah, 4.5 star rating, safe cup of coffee. Buy it. All right, there you go. That's Starbucks' Veranda Blend. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. If you want to join the Adam Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos, and it's because of you guys I surpassed 6K. Yes, people, on my way to 7K, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.